A very good morning to all. It's my pleasure to speak to you about technology and innovation. We have passed through unprecedented times never seen before. We had our own set of experiences and challenges as an individual, as a society, and as a country. Amongst all these things, technology has been a constant enabler to keep us connected and going. Today, technology is at the center of our discourse in professional, public, as well as personal lives. Its adoption has accelerated in almost every walk of life, be it education, health, entertainment, transport, commerce, and so on. As technology partner of the government, our objective at National Informatics Center has always been to provision technology-driven solutions for central and state governments in various aspects of development. Over the years, we have set up IT infrastructure for exclusive use of the government. With over 800 offices pan India, NIC caters to the varied IT needs of the government across center, state, and district administration. Our state-of-art IT infrastructure includes multi-gigabit pan-India network, data centers to national cloud, video conferencing, and messaging services. Over a period, we have developed several digital platforms as well for socio-economic development of the country. We brought a concept of one nation, one platform. Some of the notable examples are e-transport, e-hospital, e-office, e-procurement, e-education, e-courts, e-way bill, and e-invoice. These platforms bring all stakeholders of the sector on a common platform working towards common vision of digitally empowering the citizens. For example, our e-transport platform, right from Ministry of Transport, state transport departments, RTOs pan India, citizens, automobile manufacturing companies, insurance companies to pollution check centers, all have come together to extend far more convenient and efficient services to citizens. Such an integration has also given rise to a lot of innovation and entirely new set of services never seen before. Integration of e-transport system with e-challan and e-courts have given rise to a concept of virtual courts, which has eliminated the need for litigant or lawyer to visit the court in most of the cases. Today, a large number of government programs, be it Swachh Bharat Mission, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, MG Narega, fertilizers distribution, public distribution system, and many others are enabled through our national cloud under the ambit of Meghraj. With robust and scalable cloud infrastructure, most of our services and platforms could function seamlessly during the COVID period. In fact, with the adoption of more and more digital systems, many of our services have experienced an exponential rise in the number of users as well as usage. However, with the strong IT setup in place, we could scale the infrastructure quickly and adapt ourselves to this new normal. Integration of digital payments and direct benefit transfer in many government schemes has helped enormously. With the help of direct benefit transfer platform, easy transfer of benefits directly to the bank account of and as well as post office accounts of the citizens were facilitated, be it for various subsidies, scholarships, or social pensions. To the digitally enabled systems and services, the need for citizens to visit government offices can be considerably eliminated. Under the Digital India program, we have witnessed mobile and broadband revolution in our country. Today, there is an app to cater to every need of us. Even during the COVID times, there are many mobile apps developed to address different aspects of pandemic and its management. right from information and awareness, availability of masks, sanitizers to oxygen and ventilators, quarantine management, COVID hospitals management to essential movements during lockdown. Some of these apps exhibit tremendous innovation and have become household names. One such app is Arogya Setu. Arogya Setu, as you know, was launched to provide technology solution to data-driven contact tracing and alert citizens with an overall objective of preventing the spread of coronavirus and help them keep safe. This app is currently being used by over 160 million people in India and is also available in 12 different languages, thus making it truly inclusive. It is today one of the most popular contact tracing apps across the world. RT-PCR app is another such app which has proved to be of great use during the pandemic, particularly for testing purposes. Latest in the league is the IT system for the management of vaccination and distribution of certificates. At NIC, our biggest strength is our people, spread all across the country. With technology landscape changing almost on a daily basis, upskilling is an important focus area for us. We have been a firm believer of driving overall development of an individual, and thus consistent efforts have been made in this direction. We have to ensure that our workforce, right from our young scientists to senior leaders, everyone is embracing the concept of continuous learning. I believe this spirit of learning and upskilling has truly helped us grow, prosper, and excel. At NIC, we have been conscious of gender equality, and thus we have been ensuring equal opportunities for everyone at work, creating an inclusive culture. And as a result, today, if you see in NIC, there are many senior women leaders that are involved in deep technology work and are leading important portfolios of technology from front. Further, to ensure the overall development of an individual, we also provide opportunities in managerial domain. Our courses span across team management, project management, program management, product management to communication and leadership skills. Here also, the principle of inclusivity is at its core, providing equal opportunity to men and women in NIC. Government of India has also taken multiple initiatives to support women to fulfill their duties on personal as well as professional front. We completely leverage those facilities as well. Technology enabled initiatives are acting as enablers to create an inclusive ecosystem which is appreciated and embraced by all. As COVID-19 brought in multiple challenges, it also provided us with a lot of opportunities. An opportunity to introduce more and more digital solutions, increase adoption of our digital solutions, and embedding emerging technologies in our solutions. I would like to highlight some emerging trends of technology in government. First, more and more digitizations. We have observed organizations who were already using digital solutions were at an advantage during lockdown. They could continue their operations and service using digital channels. They suffered much less disruption than others. So we all will experience an increased push towards digitization across different tiers of government. Second, cloud native applications. Any solution that we are developing today has to be cloud native. This will also allow scaling up infrastructure quickly during exigencies such as COVID, leading to desired level of service with optimal utilization of resources. Third, move towards end-to-end digital services. Increased adoption of technology will also lead to services and platforms that would be paperless, cashless, and contactless. Fourth, conversational AI and chatbot. Use of chatbots and voice bots in Indian languages will greatly support citizen interaction with government. This is another domain we have seen a lot of requirements. Fifth and last, analytics and AI. Data analytics and AI have been extensively used during monitoring and management of pandemic, prediction of situation in coming weeks, assessment of resource availability at testing labs, hospitals, quarantine centers, and now management of vaccination centers. Encouraged by potential use of analytics, AI, and emerging technologies, at NIC we have set up a number of centers of excellence pan India to focus on developing innovative solutions for governance, leveraging technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and blockchain. In the end, I would like to conclude by saying that we are at a momentous phase where technology is helping us build a society which is more inclusive, full of opportunities, and innovation. At the end, I like to thank the organizers for inviting me over. I wish this conference a great success, and I'm sure you'll be immensely benefited by the deliberations during the day. Thank you.